The United Nations General Assembly has adopted a resolution that demands Russia to stop the use of force against Ukraine. But this comes as weapons and other arms supplies pour into Ukraine from some Western countries. The conflict and the incitement of future conflict has gone beyond the physical combat zone. The Russian economy is under threat after the West banned some banks from the global SWIFT financial system. But the sanctions are getting more specific, even on cats. The Federation International Feline, a group for cat registries, have announced limitations on breeds from Russia. Such cats are now banned from being imported and registered on the Federation's system. They are also barred from entering some exhibitions outside Russia. The sanctions have covered many more fields of interest. FIFA and UEFA have suspended Russian teams from all their football competitions. This includes the Qatar World Cup in November. The Munich Philharmonic Orchestra has fired world-famous Russian conductor Valery Gergiev for not condemning Moscow's actions in Ukraine. The European Union has banned Russian media outlets RT and Sputnik, while Google and Apple have taken down their apps. Many of those facing consequences are athletes, artists, and journalists, and many of whom questioned why they are being held responsible for the conflict in Ukraine. Meanwhile, media coverage in the West are facing a backslash over racial biases.
This isn't a place, with all due respect, like Iraq or Afghanistan. This is a relatively civilized, relatively European.
It's really emotional for me because I see European people with blue eyes and blonde hair being killed.
And this is not a developing third world nation. This is Europe.
One last note. Moments after Moscow began its military operation in Ukraine, a video quickly circulated online, claiming to show a Russian airstrike on a power plant in the Lugansk region. The footage, which was picked up by several media outlets, is actually from a 2015 chemical plant blast in the Chinese city of Tianjin. It's disturbing to see a previous strategy from my hometown, irrelevant with the current crisis, being used as a tool of war propaganda. The conflict is now being seen as a war of ideologies, but no country should peddle its own at the expense of others.